Hi everyone, today I'm going to give you some tips on copyright considerations for Australian authors. Please always confirm copyright information with the regulatory authority in your own country. Authors need to consider copyright of their own work as well as how they use other copyrighted material. It's also worth being aware that there are some things you can't copyright, like ideas, styles, themes, techniques, names, titles and single words or slogans. In Australia, copyright protection is free and automatic as soon as the work's written or recorded in some way. Treaties exist with many other countries also to protect Australian created material overseas. So you don't have to register the copyright anywhere or put the little copyright symbol on your work to be covered, but the symbol's always good practice just to notify the consumers who it belongs to. When you do note the copyright, it should be the copyright symbol, which is a C inside a circle, followed by the owner's name and the year of copyright. For example, mine would be copyright symbol Sandy Vale 2018. You can also use a pen name or pseudonym in the copyright notice. You may also see in published works where it says the author asserts their moral rights. This is good practice because it's a requirement in some countries, even if it's not in Australia. Under copyright, you have the right to be credited in a clear and prominent way for your work you've created, and not to have your work treated in any derogatory way. The copyright owner is usually the only person entitled to reproduce the work, to make it public for the first time, recite or perform it in public, and to communicate it to the public. So published works are copyrighted for the life of the creator, plus 70 years after their death. However, work published under a pen name or pseudonym may only be protected for 70 years from publication. Copyright for unpublished works doesn't expire. You can take legal action against someone who breaches copyright of your work. One of the most useful steps an author can take to prove that they own their story and their work is to save evidence of its creation. For example, I keep dated copies of drafts and research and emails where I've discussed or shared that story with friends. You could even keep a list of names of people you discuss the story with for oral evidence. And when a novel or anthology is published, it should be registered for International Standard Book Number, which is commonly known as the ISBN. You need to credit the copyright owner when you reproduce a substantial part or publish, exhibit, communicate or adapt any of their work. This is especially important to remember when you use images on your website or social media sites for your business. You can purchase stock photos quite cheaply. I use deposit photos and I usually wait until they have a $100 for 100 images sale, so that's a total bargain. Where multiple people are involved in creating something, like an anthology, it's a good idea to have a written agreement to specify the exact specifications, responsibilities of each party, just so you can be sure. There's material from old diaries or letters, and they can still be copyrighted, so just check if you're using those in a historic type work. While you can use the title of a book or song, any content from those works are copyrighted, including quotes or lyrics. If you're going to live stream video, it's not copyrighted until it's put into a fixed form, unless it's an original literary work being spoken. However, if you capture other copyrighted works during that live stream, like music, a concert or something like that, you will be in breach. If you have a blog or a website and you have users that could upload content to it, that material should be treated as copyright, and you'll need to seek permission before you're using it elsewhere. There's also an ongoing debate at the moment about the level of liability site operators have for the content their customers post. Linking to other legitimate sites from your website or social media sites isn't a problem so long as those sites don't contain infringement material. Now we come to brand names and slogans. They're not usually copyrighted, but they may be protected by trademarking. Where you use a brand name or slogan, just beware of not defaming, diluting, or causing any confusion about that trademarked name. Trademark names can't be used for commercial purposes either without the permission, but that isn't exactly the same as casually mentioning them as part of a story. That's fine. For more copyright information, refer to the Australian Copyright Council or the regulatory authority in your country. I hope that's helped you a little bit while you're writing your story, and I'll talk to you again soon.